Content disclaimer. The views expressed in this video are solely those of the host, collaborator, and contributor and do not necessarily represent the views of Royal Productions OWC LLC. We encourage diverse perspectives and open dialogue. If you have any concerns, please contact us at info@royalproductionsowc.com. Thank you for being a part of the RPOWC community. Greetings, Galaxians, and welcome to another episode of the Hybrid Files. Episode 9, The Commodification of Celebrity. Let's get into it. How about the celebrity that is everywhere, just like commodification? How about you tell me in the comments what you think the purpose of celebrity is? Why is it a product that we need, or that we feel we need, or do we need it at all? Why is it such a human phenomenon? Celebrity. We have people who have been rendered almost to the level of godlike. We are seeing them as capable of doing anything and everything. They not only can be entertaining, but they can do politics. They're not only entertaining, they can do medical shit. They're not only entertaining, they can fix the whole world because of their celebrity. How many times have you seen a celebrity in odd places? Places you think, wow, they're in this, they do this too? Wow, I didn't know that. They're not just for entertainment purposes, they're also for manipulation purposes as well. See, if you see a celebrity and it's endorsed by a celebrity, well, you'll figure whatever they're endorsing is quite okay, quite all right, quite genius, quite above board, nothing nefarious here to see. No. Oh, they can do anything. And if so-and-so says it's good, why not partake? Right? Right? Yeah. Yeah. Now, I've seen a YouTube video that says fame is quite abusive to celebrities. And that's very interesting, considering you don't get a celebrity without the abuses. You see, celebrity is a product presentation mechanism in our society. It's a thing used by commodification in order to make you pay attention to someone longer than you would if they did not have this veneer of, oh, they can do anything. Look how pretty they are. Look how skilled they are jumping over things, when it was really manipulated by, people who have skill sets called stunt work and set design and costume design and I don't know, CGI manipulation, programming, and certain software. Bar all that, they do everything that you see on the screen. They can do that in real life. Yeah, they can do that in real life. That's the whole point of celebrity, to put that in your mind so that when you see them and you get all gobsmacked, all awed. You're just awed. Yeah, to the point where your critical thinking goes out the door and you say, hey, if that person endorses it, it's okay by me. At least that's what they hope, right? But y'all are very critical thinkers and nothing really gets past you. So that's a bunch of bullshit. But anyway, they try and they do. And sometimes it's very successful by the profits and the numbers. Very successful. I mean, you don't get a Beyonce because nobody's watching. I'm going to say that one more time. You don't get a Beyonce because nobody's watching. Did you pick up on that? Okay, great. So guess what? We are active participants in this. We are also giving our consent to be manipulated like this. You know, Beyonce is a person. You'll never know that person. What you know is the product that shall not be affected by the realities of living on earth. You shall always know the product, the product, the product, the product, right? But there is such a thing as a parasocial relationship. And is it exploitative? Yes, it's very exploitative because without that type of manipulation, you do not get celebrity to the level of godhood for certain human beings. You don't get that. Care, care and concern to the point where you feel the need to protest to get freedom for one human being while other things around the world you seem helpless about. Interesting. But you can get one person free, but somehow you get verklempt and gobsmacked about everybody else who's not a celebrity because they're not a celebrity. So why care? Is that unfair? Hmm. Maybe it is. Maybe it's unfair. Maybe it's not. But if you can do one thing, you can do another. Hmm? I mean, look at how people are packaged. When are some of these sort of celebrities going to just retire and go sit down somewhere and enjoy the riches of their life? I thought that was the point, but I guess they're not Viking enough for that. What do I mean when I say that? Viking is an occupation, and you do Viking things in order to get Viking booty, like treasure, resources, extract from a village, go pillage it, bring it, so that you can have something so you eventually don't have to do that anymore. Something got lost in the translation of I'm going to pursue this career, get from it, and then go sit down somewhere and enjoy what I got. That part got lost. And then go stop and enjoy what I got. No, no, no. You shall never enjoy what you have. You shall be hungry all the time and acquire that and always be acquiring it and never stop acquiring because that hole is not supposed to be filled. It's supposed to remain empty. And what does celebrity do? It triggers something in the psyche that's natural to the psyche that says, hey, I'm going to trigger your I need response. I need something response. I'm going to manipulate it. I'm going to confuse it. I'm going to make it seem like you need this thing that is not real so that you don't actually get a clue and say the thing that I'm placing in front of you to manipulate you out of your resources, out of your energy, you actually believe that's what you need in order to fulfill your own self as an audience member. It's a product. And it is a false product because you can't even possess it. Yet you feel entitled to possess it. You do not possess these people. You do understand that you do not possess them. You do not control them. You do not have any type of entitlement to the person that is enacting this product presentation. You do understand that it is a product. Giving face is a product presentation. Beyonce is giving you product, and you are buying that product, which means you are an active participation in your own manipulation. She is an aging person that will ultimately not be able to do what she has always do at the intensity that she does it. Beyonce works her ass off. Y'all know that, right? She is a celebrity that has full on bought into the whole system of work your ass off. What do you see? If you work your ass off, you get everything that you want, right? That doesn't work for everybody. You do realize that, right? But she's bought into it. She's bought into it. She is a person just like everybody else, and she has bought into it. If I work hard enough, I'm going to get this thing. Okay. Do you know how many people she has? Celebrity also gives the veneer that some one singular person did everything that she did not. She presents with a hard work ethic, but there are people doing other things that she is directing, but without those people, she can direct to the walls, to air, to the strings on the costuming and the elaborate stage mechanisms. If they won't move, it's not like she's, uh the lady from Bewitched, even though y'all think she is bewitched. She ain't that bewitched. If she was that bewitched, do you think she would need a team? No, she would not need a team. But you raise her to the level of, hey, beyond her ability to do hard work and presentation and collaboration with all these people, she does have people. Beyonce did not do this all by herself. She had a good parental foundation, two people who said, I will commit to this child getting to this place. I shall commit every resource I have. Without that, she would not be where she is. She would be still a hard worker. I believe Beyonce is a hard worker. And whatever lane you put her in, she will work hard and do the things that are required to get her to some semblance of stability and consistency. But the level of celebrity, that takes a whole bunch of people, including you, because celebrity does not work without an audience. There is no such thing as celebrity in a void. So tell me, how did she do this all by herself? She did not. The tech gurus and real estate gurus and um, life coach gurus and mindset gurus and all of these gurus floating around here that are celebrities within their own domains will sit here and tell you that you have the same ability that a celebrity has, but you don't have the resources because they won't let you have the resources. They put you in a middleman culture that you can't escape. But if you work hard, like Beyonce works hard, you'll get all the things. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Beyonce works hard. That's undeniable. She has a great work ethic. But that work ethic alone, without the parents, without the people behind doing it's not like Beyonce's on stage and at the same time doing the machinations of the backstage crew. She's not doing backstage shit at the same time. That's backstage talent right there. She does not do everything. She is not a witch. She doesn't do this and poof, everything is there. She's not a witch, boo boo. She's not a magically delicious. She's not a leprechaun. I know she has imagery and she's garnering in your mind. It's a manipulation. She's giving you good show. She's telling a great story, and you are actively participating in it. You are saying, I will allow you to manipulate and seduce me. Without your allowance, the celebrity thing does not work. Do you understand that? You are actively participating in your own mind fuck. Nothing wrong with it. There is a domain that literally, as a recreation does that, right? But I'm telling you right now, celebrity is a product for you to keep you in a state of, I do not have this, but one day I will have it, which you will not. You will not be as famous as this person because you don't have the people. People ultimately have to, people in these spaces ultimately have to see something monetarily beneficial about you in order for that to happen. Do you know how many people got swiped out of Beyonce's way in order for her to get this level of celebrity? You got people that do that for you? Or you got people to put shit in your way? Just saying. You don't get celebrity because it's spontaneous and random. That's not how celebrity works. Somebody with a commodified mind that actually enjoys being a commodity and making other people commodities sees with that mindset and zeroes in on, this is a money motherfucker. This is a money maker for me. I am going to put all my backing into that. If they didn't see money with Beyonce, Beyonce wouldn't be famous. I don't care what her family did. I don't care how many times they put them in front of somebody. If nobody sees money in your face when they see you coming from 10 miles away, a mile away, many miles away, they don't care about you. It is not something that, oh, you can work hard and that's going to get you somewhere. There's plenty of people working plenty of jobs, working very, very hard, and they're not lazy people and they don't get anywhere. They don't get celebrity. They don't even get noticed. They don't even get the the favor of their own humanity should bring them. People in the Congo ain't working hard. That's literally the definition of working hard, but you not getting the benefit of your labor. Aren't they working hard? That's not working hard? What do you define working hard as? When somebody sees you doing something, people see people Congo, they don't care. So I don't think that's what it is. Because you say that you're working hard. Okay, you said it. I'm working hard. Okay. It has to have some type of effect, right? I'm telling you, you're falling for a commodity that's literally has the purpose to wrangle your attention to get you to participate in this. And without your participation, it doesn't work. She could be singing to an empty stadium, but how are you famous with an empty stadium if no one really cares about your presence? How are you a celebrity at that point? So we, as an audience, believing in the effect of parasocial relationships and getting our hearts and our minds all invested in an imaginary exchange that's not really happening, but you believe it's happening, so therefore it is happening, but it does nothing for you but extract, 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 and leaves you in the same position you were when you encountered it the first time you saw it. I mean, if you disagree with me, put it down in the comments and tell me where I'm wrong. But I'm telling you right now, celebrity is a commodity. Guess what else about celebrity is a commodity? Who they fuck and when they fuck them and how they fuck them. hmm hmm so if you want to be a celebrity, be prepared to have your love life on display because somebody's want to get, because if they see money in you to the point where you can't even look at somebody without something being speculated that you're doing. I mean, I mean, to y'all who are not on Will and Jada's uh train of, look at me, this is what's going on with us and blah blah blah, they have turned it into a commodity. Some people even think the Lemonade album is just Jay-Z and Beyonce doing commodity things. I'm not saying that their rocky whatever period that they had with their relationship wasn't real. It's just, well, shoot, shit. If we are who we are and people are interested in us, let's commodify it. That isn't, what's the point of being on camera if my tears can't make me money? If my personal outrage at my partner can't make me money? How about influencers? to the point like we have been driven into a domain in which you have to commodify everything. I'm like doing it now. So what do you want to do? Because you're participating in it. We're all participating in it. And we have to opt out if you want it to stop. Collectively, singularly, it doesn't work. Protests don't work. They're not scary. I know you think they're scary, and they're not scary. Nobody's afraid of a protester. That's showy. That's performance. The police brutality that's real upon your person and the violence that's for performance for everybody else so that they can set up a story and a narrative that's against you, because the truth about the exchange is never getting out. That's never, no one is ever to know that. That fucks with the mechanism. It messes with the mechanism. And you can't singularly uh break that up. You can't without going through it and participating in it. It doesn't work that way. You think a protest is going to fix something, it's not. Celebrity is a powerful drug because everybody thinks they can be one. And it's literally an imaginary tool used against you. They waste your time, waste your energy, put you in a place of where you can't do it unless you do it like this celebrity. You can't do it unless you dress like that celebrity. You can't do it unless you live your life exactly the way that celebrity lives, because anything about you is unworthy. It has no value because no one wants it unless it seems lucrative or profitable. And what about you is profitable? Because that's the measure, isn't it? You are a thing to be sold. And so are people who eventually acquire celebrity. They are things now. They are not people. I know their lament is to be people again, but when you sign up for the celebrity train, that is a specific product presentation that you signed up for. And yes, people are they're not entitled to you, but you've signed up for the veneer of celebrity, so perform. Isn't that what that song is? I forget the artist. It's in my head now. It's a soundworm in my head. And it's the connotation from the song. What I got from the song is dance monkey dance. Dance monkey dance. Right? I'll find it, I'll put it in the description below. But that's the sentiment for celebrity. You're supposed to get the whip cracking at you and you're supposed to dance. There's a certain um hunger that gets attracted to the realm of celebrity. There's a certain type of hunger that is attracted to that is easily seduced by celebrity, that wants celebrity, right? I cannot be unless I am to all people. Oh, wow. Okay. It's not enough for you to exist and be contented within yourself. That's not enough. You have to be to all people. There's 8 billion people on the planet. It's a little inflated in my opinion, but hey, what do I know? People get together. I think most of that shit's without consent, or without any type of conscious intention. That's just my opinion. But I'm just saying, if you think about celebrity and how it's used to manipulate you to buy something or think something or believe something, why do we need celebrity to endorse anything? Can't what they want them to endorse stand on its own with its ability to solve the problem that it's made to solve? There's a lot of products out there that get celebrity endorsement, because without the celebrity endorsement, it really doesn't hit the numbers that they think it should hit. Maybe it's not that great of a product. If you need celebrity endorsement, maybe your product's not that great. I'm just saying. But I mean, if you think about things in the market and you think about humans and what we actually need, what we actually were able to do for ourselves, everything else is bloat. Do you really need designer stuff when you could probably make it better? Well, not everybody knows how. Okay. That's not an absolute. Say you don't want to do it, that's different. But saying that you can't do it, I don't want to hear that bullshit. You are a human being. You can do anything you want. Now, whether you want to do anything you want to do, that's a different question. Wanting to and able to are two different lanes. One has nothing to do with the other. Your capability of doing it does not necessarily inspire your want to do it, and your want not to do it is a legitimate reason not to do it. But don't tell me that you can't do it, because you literally telling me that your brain does not work and it does not can't take up new information. That's bullshit. You may have been conditioned to think that about yourself, but it is a conditioning. It is an indoctrination. You don't get 8 billion people. You don't get complex conflict, and you don't get complex human interaction because you're dumb as a box of rocks as an individual. People who find value in the extraction from you see you as more of a palatable reality if you are subdued, manipulated, and directed to depend on middle men and services. Whereas if you were completely dependent on yourself, you know, the bullshit, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, but they won't let you pull yourself up by the bootstraps because they put all types of middle stuff that you need in order to get direct benefit from your efforts, from your skill sets that you have personally, your knowledge, but you can't apply your knowledge directly. You have to go through middle people to do that. That's because you are capable of doing the very same thing that you have been indoctrinated to believe only certain people can do it. Okay, only certain people can do it. I guess that's why they should do celebrity, and celebrities get uh the elevation that they do to the point of almost godhood for some people. Almost godhood for some people. Because that's the dynamic that's exacerbated, I'm sorry. That's just aggravated to the point of ridiculousness. Like, okay, you can learn, your brain does work. You're not dumb. I know there are stupid people in the world. There are people who don't have critical thinking skills, but that's not every fucking body. And that's not, no, I'm sorry. That you literally have to convince yourself that you can't. I'm a runner. I'm a runner. I'm a runner. That's what I'm good at. I can't do math. I can't do this. I can't do that. No, you can. You don't want to. That's different. I don't want to do math. Okay. I can't argue with that. What am I fucking going to argue with about your desire not to do a thing? That's dumb. I'm not going to do that. But I will argue the fact that you can do it. You just don't want to. Okay. Don't ever tell me you can't do anything. We are a species that is literally on the road to self-destruction, and we literally split the atom. I don't want to hear about what you can't do. You can tell me what you don't want to do, and I'll accept it because there's no argument there. There's no arguing desire. Desire is what it is. I desire to do a thing. Great, do it. I don't want to do something. Okay, don't do it. I can do something. You damn right you can. I can't do something. Now we have a problem. Because whatever the can't is, is a matter of challenge, and challenges are uh, basically opportunities to prove yourself wrong about what you can and can't do. It just is. But they're not, challenges are not opportunities to prove what you don't want and what you don't want to do and what you do want to do. That's not what a challenge is. It might annoy you, but it doesn't connotate what you can and cannot do. It's an opportunity to prove to yourself what you can and cannot do, not an opportunity to prove to yourself what you want to do and what you don't want to do. You already know that. So tell me when you say something, don't tell me you can't, tell me that you don't want to. Tell me that you don't want to put in the work and the hours and the literal frenetic energy that's required in order for you to know and master a thing or a type of knowledge or a type of skill set. I'll accept that all day. But don't tell me you so dumb you can't figure it out. No. That means there's something going on with you. Uh what is it called? Math dyscalculia. I think my mother had that. And she just couldn't understand. She can figure it out, but she would always say, I can figure it out, but I can't do it the way they want me to do it because something gets confused in her head. It's math dyscalculia. I was like, oh yeah, I think my mother suffered from that. But that doesn't mean you can't do it. She figured out another way to do it. It just wasn't a common way. And it was hard and it annoyed her and it was like fucking frustrating. And it made her want to give up and say, fuck this shit. I'll just do it some other way. But don't tell me you can't. It just means there's something around that you need to work around. You need to be creative. You need to put some brain power to it and you will be able to do it. You might not like doing it. It may be abject misery for you, and I would advise you not to do it at that point. But do not tell me you do not have the intelligent brain that God has given you to figure it the fuck out. It may be tilted, but it still will work. You think, I want you to think about what's happening right now around the world and what people are being reduced to find out about themselves by force, by stuff against their own will that they have no control over. But somehow they're doing something. They're figuring it the fuck out because survival kicks in and your human nature kicks in, and somehow you figure it the fuck out, even if it means to run away. Do you know how smart it is to run away from a problem that you know you don't have control over in any way, shape, or form? That's literally how we're made, to make a quick assessment and say, hey, is this worth me dying over? Should I fawn over the person? Should I freeze or should I fight? Or should I run away? That's what we do as human beings. But celebrity as a product convinces you, oh no, only certain people have certain abilities and you shouldn't even try. Now, I'll bring up um, a skill set that has a window. And I've been struggling with this and haven't really gotten into this because there's also a desire and a lack of desire with it. And that's to learn other languages and be fluent in those other languages. And there's certain things online that will tell you how to get over those challenges. But again, it is about the desire, right? More than the capability. I could probably do it. It's just going to be harder than it was if I had voiced it or gotten some type of support while I was, I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5, because they say the window is really, really young to acquire different languages and stuff, because you don't have a whole bunch of uh, nitpicky thoughts in your head, just tearing your whole and complete self down to a part into compartments and stuff like that, right? But people like to use celebrity as an excuse as well. Some people can and some people can't. No, everybody can. You all have the, we all All human beings have the capability to do something. Well, that's a measurement. Good, better, best, do it well, masterfully, those are measurements. There might be an argument there, right? And because of the way our system, our society is made up, measurements of certain people's capability could it's literally made to so you can't do this because your measurement is not up to the standard in which this thing can be built. And if this thing that we have put a value on that has to do with profit and has to do with being lucrative and it works in this system, we can't think of anything else. Do you know how many different ways you can make a building that is upon earth that has been unearthed via anthropology? They still can't figure out how the pyramids were created with even with modern technology, but you know, there are certain measurements that society applies value to. And if you don't meet up to these measurements, you don't get a chance to do it. Whereas if we go back to before agriculture, pre agriculture, you could literally do what human beings were made to do, which is trial and error, 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 until you get something that works for your specific problem. And when the wrong tool is applied to the right problem, of course, that tool gets seen as negative. Oh, it's a useless tool. No, no, no. It may not be the proper tool to apply to this problem. Right? But when you have celebrity as the product in your face all the time, telling you there are certain people with these extraordinary skill sets, and because they're so beautiful, and because they can sing and dance and all this other stuff, and they can do all the things, and they can pretend to be other people, and la 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 la, all the list, all the things, all the things, all the things. They can fix our society and literally create a society that works for us. They can be politicians and stuff. It's like no, 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 they can't do that. They can't do that. Literally, it's you can have a skill set and believe yourself to be a person but you actually have to engage in the skill set. Mhm. Now, if they engaged in government skill sets and running little municipalities, unincorporated towns, incorporated towns, dealt with different personalities that had nothing to do with the entertainment business or had nothing to do with their realm of expertise in which they were a celebrity in, meaning tech gurus are tech gurus in tech town and tech land and tech domain. But once they get to I don't know, medicine, maybe they should just sit there and start from scratch and learn first on how to be a nurse practitioner, RN and LCN, all the things that are available to learn about medicine and pharmacology and the reactions in the body and biological chemistry and all of the things that go along with knowing about how the human body works before you start delving in to medicine as a business venture. Okay. Same thing with businesses who are famous in the business world as business entities, literally going into healthcare and making medical decisions for people. And they're not medical experts, but they're famous in the business community. You see how celebrity works and how the commodification of everything kind of skews something? Because what I just said before I said this is that you can do it as a singular human being. You can acquire skill sets, but you have to participate in the actual skill set in order to acquire it. You can't just have celebrity and then have your celebrity go before you and say, oh, well, they know how to do X, Y, and Z in that domain. They're so famous. They can do this too. No, that's not how that works. You have to participate in the skill set. Like, I can't say I am a carpenter, a master carpenter, if I've never picked up a hammer and a nail. How does that work? I mean, these are things that I hope that you're picking up on when certain things come across your screen to convince you of certain things about their ability to do X, Y, and Z. If you have the ability to look it up, make sure they've actually participated in the skill set. Because Beyonce is who she is. She can sing, she can dance, she can sing, she can dance, and she can entertain you on a stage. She can do all of that. She can, yeah, and uh, but please don't put foreign policy in front of her and tell her to figure this out. Please don't do that. It, Rock is very good at performing. Please don't put policy in front of him and ask him to figure that out, please. He has not spent time in the skill set, in an individual, separate and apart from his celebrity, to do that with any measurement of mastery. It's not that he can't do it. It's not that that's an absolute that he can't do it. It's that he doesn't he doesn't seem it's not he doesn't seem like the person that would be able to figure out foreign policy. And foreign policy is hard to figure out for the people who are actually living in this domain of politics. Foreign policy is not easy. I would not want to be a politician. I would not want to be anybody in Congress right now is the way that our system is set up, because the higher you go, the easier it is for you to be complicit in war crimes and inhumane acts, even without you directly participating in the inhumane act. I would never want that on my spirit at all, ever. Collective dissension that does not require, and it is possible to do this, that does not require bloodshed, is something that can actually happen. It just has to be a collective will, and the collective will is not there. That's all. But, commodifying celebrity to extract funds, to extract energy, to extract attention, attention, attention. It's a very, very lucrative uh, resource. I'll say it. I'll put it that way. Attention is a very lucrative resource. And I think it's been a challenge for those who feel the need to manipulate your attention. They've been trying to figure out how to get your attention and hold it in mass numbers for years. I think before television even became a thing, they've been trying to figure out how to amass your collective attention for years so that they can manipulate and control your attention. See, if I can, as a villain, if I can literally hold your attention, I can make you look at the thing I want you to look at and not see what I don't want you to see. That's lucrative. You can't deny that that's not lucrative. That's very lucrative. So celebrity is a bit of a tool. It's very seductive. Oh, and that beauty thing, oh, that's a seduction. It really has no meaning. It actually, as riveting as beauty is, it has, in the system, it has been rendered a shallow thing as opposed to a whole and complete thing. That there isn't such thing. I know it's cliche, but there's such a thing as beauty in somebody's character and in the way that they behave. Because if they're monsters and secretly eat babies, but they have a pretty face. Are they beautiful at all? That would be nice. from a character in a book. You monster. Why you doing that? Just saying. But that's it for today's episode of the commodification of celebrity. I shall put some links that have inspired this particular episode down in the description, right? And along with your comments, I'm looking forward to reading them. I know the trolls are going to come out, and that's fine. I'm okay, but just don't be troll for troll's sake. Try and teach me something with some actual cited sources that says improves. I know nothing about what I speak. I'm fine, but this concludes our episode of the commodification of celebrity. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Like, share, and comment on this episode. And I shall see you in the next. Bye. Happy Galaxy.